Hi, I'm Stephanie, and thanks for clicking on my video. This is going to be my first voiceover for a Speedpaint. The reason that I'm doing this video is I just like watching, how I've improved and everything, so that's why I like to upload the speed paints of it. But yeah, so I'm doing this voiceover because I had a few people ask me, just wondering what I've been, thinking as I'm drawing and everything. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. This was a commission for a birthday present for somebody. Their son was like really into DJing and everything, and his favorite Pokemon was Arcanine, so I don't really know how I even got to this point in the drawing, because it was really hard for me to get this sketch out that I actually got out. I couldn't get his face right or anything, so I had to restart the drawing several times, and this was one that I was finally happy with. So one thing that I never normally do is start coloring on a colored background. Normally I would do it on a white one, and I looked at some tutorials and stuff before I did this one, and they said that you should always start with an underpainting, because starting with white, it makes your colors look too vibrant and stuff. And for this one, I wanted it to kind of look like they were at kind of a house party, so I wanted it to be more dim and stuff. Right now I'm just shading and stuff, using the background color to my advantage. Yeah, so I chose turquoise and this fuchsia color for the lighting effects, and that was just because, I don't know, I thought those two colors looked good together. And I think I was looking at photos online of actual house parties, and a lot of them had really pretty colors, and I saw this one that had the turquoise and the pinky color, and I really liked how that looked. So I think for me, probably getting the actual main sketch down is one of the hardest parts. I feel like I can't put the image that's in my brain, I can't put that down on paper or digital. I try really hard, but sometimes it just it doesn't work out. This one, it totally worked out. I wish I would have done something more cool for the background, but this was definitely one of my best commissions that I've ever done. I probably spent maybe 8 to 10 hours on this one. I lost a lot of footage, so that's sad, but that's the way it is. And here I was just doing the headphone a little bit. I didn't want to product place or anything. Same with the actual DJ equipment. It's not the same as what the photo that the guy had, but I tried to do an artistic approach to it, and not do any product placement. The M on his t-shirt was for, I'm not sure, his school or something, but yeah, that was one of the requests for the commission. I was trying to make every little piece of fur go together kind of with the ones around it, not so that it was oh, here's a blue one, oh, here's a pink one. I kind of tried to mix them together a little bit. And I can't remember if, I think I did it later. Arcanine normally has a grumpy look on his face, he's got mean eyes. So this one right now, his eyes don't look mean at all. So I think I fixed that a little bit later, just because my boyfriend likes to give me critiques, and they're actually really helpful. So yeah, it's good to get critiques from people while you're working on stuff, just so that it's not oh, you finished a piece and then they critique it and you're wow, I agree with all of this, and now I have to redo this big portion, or whatever you got down to. But yeah, so I do enjoy critiques. If anybody wants to give me a critique, go ahead. But yeah, this piece was very fun to do, mostly because of the fur on Arcanine. I've never done a piece like this before, so it was totally out of my, not out of my comfort range, but just I'd never done like an animal with like this. It wasn't really detailed for it, was more like cartoonified fur, but really fun. Really enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, one thing I recommend when you're painting, I guess traditionally as well, but mostly digitally, you want to do stuff blurry, kind of like when you're just putting out colors and stuff. You don't want anything to look perfect, because like rendering, you know, like that's the most fun part. That's where you get, I don't know, I feel that's where you get like the most out of your experience there on whatever you're working on, is you know, making everything look perfect. I really enjoy that. That's where you can make all the details of fur and textures and lighting and everything. Good stuff. This bit here, the hand, it looks so weird, like nobody's hand goes like that. One thing I have problems with is I don't like to use reference, but like I really should. Like, I have hands of my own. I can easily just look at my hands, but I just like always forget. I always try and do what I think is right, and then it ends up like not working out. So then in the end I end up looking at a reference anyways, or I take a photo of my hand and I look at that, or I'll sit in a weird position that I want in my drawing or something. But yeah, looking at real life stuff when you're trying to imitate real life, like in your drawings, that's like the best thing you can do. Just because like you want to get the most out of it and make it the most realistic possible. There I was trying to fix the hand, but it still looks really weird. Looks like he's got like a little baby hand, or baby arm and a big hand. I think the fold that I did there on the M, it looks a little bit weird. Like the rest of his shirt looks really like thick, and then like there's just like a little tiny fold there on the M, and it, I don't know. I mean, I think it looks like a good fold, but his shirt looks like it's thick material, so there wouldn't be that thin of a fold right there. I do like how I did the M, but I do, I redo it after, because I think when I fixed the shirt and stuff and his position, it just, the M looked weird and I couldn't get it right. I think I tried to like move it or something, but it wasn't working out. Skin is probably one of like the hardest things to paint for me. I don't think I'm good at choosing colors, so when I do, it's like, oh my god, wow, this looks so good. I really like how his face turned out though, like with the colors and everything like shining off of it. I'm surprised because I didn't even use a reference for that. I just kind of like hoped it would work out. I really like his like the facial features, like the smile and the eyes and the eyebrows and stuff. I think it looks really, really good. It only took me like 6 times to, you know, sketch that out, but I got it. Yeah, for this one took me quite a while because like of all the details with Arcanine's fur and stuff, and then having to redo the part of the drawing because I wanted it to look like he was like, you know, leaning over to Arcanine, like they're the DJ dudes, right? So, but I think it just looks weird. I like how his left arm, so the one on the right on the screen, I really liked how that one turned out. I love the colors that went on. It looks like his skin is like nice and shiny and stuff. This one I have a lot of layers. Normally now I try and paint on like maybe like 5 layers maximum, but I found some brushes that I really liked, and they really only work if you paint on like 1 layer. So yeah, finding new brushes is always cool because it totally changes like the feeling of how you're drawing. This program I'm using, I think it's pronounced Krita. It's okay. It's got a lot of different keyboard shortcuts as opposed to like Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint, I think it's called. It used to be called Manga Studio, but yeah, I really enjoy that program. This one I was just like testing out how it was, because I saw a few people write reviews on YouTube for it, so I was like, hey, it's free, I'll try it out. Anything's free, I'll try it out. But yeah, I think I lost the footage of me editing his like little M on his shirt, so yeah, I'll just post the photo afterwards, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right now I was just trying to get like the colors right and everything on his shirt, make it look like he doesn't have, I don't know, a big chest or something. The table DJ board thing was really annoying to do, but it sucks that you can't see me doing it. Okay, so I'll insert a photo. And here you go. So yeah, so you can see that I like completely changed his arm and his body, and I made him a little bit less rotated, and I also fixed the little eye on Arcanine there. I just made him look like a little bit more grumpy. I didn't want to like change it too much. And you can see the finished table. I tried to make the buttons like look glowy, just so that, I don't know, it's not the main focus of the drawing. The main focus is them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment. See ya.